Have you ever met someone who says, "I don't eat sugar anymore, I only use honey now"? They say it with pride, like they've just unlocked the secret to immortality. Meanwhile, they're pouring 3 tablespoons of honey into their tea, basically drinking a bee's entire weekend. But here's the thing, is honey really better than sugar? Or are we just giving ourselves an excuse to eat sweet things and call it healthy? Let's start with the basics. Both honey and sugar are sweet because of the same reason. They're packed with simple carbohydrates called sugars. The big difference? Honey is made by bees. Sugar is made by machines. One sounds poetic, the other sounds like homework. But chemically, both end up in your blood as glucose and fructose, the same sweet duo that gives you energy, and a little guilt on the side. Sugar, or sucrose if you want to sound like a scientist, is a 50-50 mix of glucose and fructose. Your body breaks it down fast, sending your blood sugar levels sky high and then crashing down faster than your New Year's resolutions. Honey, on the other hand, already contains free glucose and fructose, meaning it skips one step in digestion. Some people think that makes it healthier, but it really just means it gets into your bloodstream even faster. Congratulations! Your sugar rush just arrived in express mode. Now, before you throw your honey jar out the window, there's more to the story. Honey isn't just sugar water. It's actually full of tiny bits of magic. Real honey, especially raw or unfiltered kinds, contains antioxidants, trace vitamins, minerals, and even antibacterial compounds. That's why honey has been used for centuries as a natural medicine. The ancient Egyptians used it on wounds. The Greeks used it as energy for athletes. Your grandma used it when you had a sore throat. Basically, honey has better PR than any other food in history. But, and here's the buzzkill, those benefits come in micro amounts. Like, unless you're eating honey by the jar, which please don't, you're not getting enough antioxidants to fight off much of anything. You'd need to drink a swimming pool of honey to equal 1 bowl of blueberries. And if you actually did that, the only thing you'd detox is your entire social life while you lie in a sugar coma. Let's talk numbers. 1 tablespoon of honey has about 64 calories. 1 tablespoon of sugar, around 49. Honey is sweeter, so technically you might use a bit less, but be honest, no one measures honey sensibly. We pour it like we're blessing our food. If you're replacing sugar with honey in equal amounts, congratulations, you've just upgraded to more calories. It's like switching from soda to fancy soda with gold flakes. Still soda. So, is honey completely overhyped? Not entirely. If you compare raw honey and refined white sugar, honey wins by a little because it's less processed and comes with some extras: antioxidants, antibacterial enzymes, and a bit of pollen that can help soothe allergies. But once it hits your stomach, your body mostly sees it as the same thing: sugar, glucose, fructose, and calories. Your pancreas doesn't care how poetic your sweetness is. There's also the glycemic index. That's how fast a food raises your blood sugar. Sugar has a higher GI, around 65. Honey usually scores between 45 and 60, depending on the type. So yes, honey causes a slightly slower sugar spike, but not by much. It's like comparing running from a tiger or running from 2 tigers. Either way, your heart rate's going up. Here's another plot twist. Not all honey is created equal. Most of the honey on supermarket shelves isn't even pure. Some are mixed with sugar syrup, filtered until it's basically sugar soup, or heated until all the good stuff dies off. If you want the real deal, you need raw, unpasteurized honey, the kind that sometimes has little bits of wax or pollen in it. It's the bee's version of organic. But, surprise, it's also more expensive than your phone bill if you're not careful. Now let's get real. Is honey better for weight loss? Not really. A calorie is still a calorie, and honey is high in them. Some people think switching to honey will help them lose weight, but that's like switching to organic cookies makes cookies a salad. The only way honey helps you lose weight is if you use less of it. And if you do that, you could have just used less sugar in the first place. However, honey does have some legit uses. Got a sore throat? A spoon of honey can soothe irritation better than most cough syrups. Studies show it can help calm coughing and coat the throat, which is great before bed when you're sick. It also works wonders on wounds and burns thanks to its antibacterial properties. Just maybe not the same jar you dip your spoon into after toast. And yes, honey might have a slightly lower risk of triggering sudden blood sugar spikes, which is helpful for some people with insulin sensitivity. But it's still not a free pass. Diabetics shouldn't start drinking honey like juice. In the end, moderation beats substitution. Here's a fun fact. Bees actually process honey in a way humans can't. They take nectar, break down complex sugars with enzymes in their stomachs, and evaporate water until it becomes thick, golden, and stable for centuries. Literally, honey found in ancient Egyptian tombs is still edible today. Can you say that about sugar? Nope. Ants will beat you to it before 1,000 years pass. So if we're being fair, honey does have a romantic advantage. It's natural, ancient, antimicrobial, and comes from tiny buzzing chemists who work harder than any influencer alive. But health-wise, it's not that different from the white stuff in your sugar jar. The difference is small, like comparing two sweet siblings. One's a golden child, pun intended, the other's just honest about being bad for you. So what should you do? Here is the sweet truth. If you love honey, enjoy it. But don't crown it a health hero. Use it in moderation, especially if it helps you cut down on refined sugar or processed sweets. But if you're drowning your yogurt in it thinking you're detoxing, you're just marinating your pancreas. And let's not forget, no matter how natural something sounds, your body speaks in chemistry, not marketing. To your cells, sugar is sugar, honey is honey, and both are just sweet fuel that should come in small doses. A little for joy, a lot for regret. In the end, the real winner isn't honey or sugar. It's balance. Eat your sweets, but also eat your veggies. Drink your water, and maybe, just maybe, walk a bit after dessert. That's how you keep your energy steady and your guilt low. So the next time someone says, "I switched from sugar to honey," smile and say, "Cool, I switched from 3 spoons to 1. That's the real health upgrade. And if you want to know exactly what happens inside your body when that golden drop of honey hits your tongue, from your taste buds to your bloodstream, you'll love the full breakdown in our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more white science and everyday truths that actually make sense.